Assalamu alaikum, Riyadh. So excited to be here with you today. Who's interested in becoming a unicorn themselves here? Hello, add me to the mix. All right. Wait, someone on stage just raised their hand? What's going on here?
Staying a unicorn.
Yes, staying a unicorn is important as well. All right, we are going to be dropping, these incredible gentlemen to my left are going to be dropping some gems for you today so that you too can be on the road to rapidly accelerating your business and revenues. Are you ready to get started? Let's go. Okay, here we go. So let's start with you, Amjad. You've talked to me and you reminded me about sports when you talked about predicting the future, predicting where the ball's going on a court. What is the impact or importance level of that in your business and being able to project what's happening next?
Yeah, so we're in the business of making software development better, more efficient, more fun, and that's experiencing a rapid change right now with AI. And we actually started working on what became large language models even back in 2019. So we saw this kind of move coming, and it became a huge tailwind. Rapidly changing technology can either hurt you or benefit you. If you're able to predict it or see it coming, then it can be a huge boon for your business. But if it comes as a surprise to you, then actually your business might get disrupted. So it's important to understand where the technology is headed and try to really skate where the puck is going.
Ooh, I like it. Thank you for coming back to the sports analogy for me. Okay, Martin, let's go to you next. Your company has evolved immensely with your product offerings. How does that happen, and how do the people that are here today jump from focusing on just one thing and staying with one thing versus evolving into so much as you've done?
Glad to be here. We started 10 years ago from Estonia, and really from a personal problem, so that it was difficult to order a taxi, and then we felt the pain, and we thought, okay, we should do something about it. And we really started off with only 5,000 euros to build the first prototype, and it was really difficult to fundraise during the time, because as you've seen, I don't know, depends which markets you come from, but especially if you're from emerging markets, we came from Estonia, which is a small Northern European country. You find different challenges, and especially we tapped into an industry that was the most well-funded. So ride-hailing industry, probably close to $100 billion of funding among the companies. Coming from Estonia with very frugal little funding, that put us in a challenging position. But on the other hand, that pushed us to also have a much more frugal culture and really be innovative, be very efficient, very smart. And then from that on, we grew to Eastern Europe, we grew to Africa, Western Europe, and now to MENA. Today we've evolved to 5 different verticals, starting from ride-hailing, then micromobility, e-scooters, e-bikes, and then groceries and so on. So it has been quite an evolvement, and I would say together with our mission to make now cities more people-friendly, it has been an amazing journey, but of course also tons of different challenges. And I would say culture and frugality has been the key things for us to being able to really compete with the biggest startups in the world.
Thank you. And Kush, you talk about being a different kind of unicorn. I know many people, like myself, you want to believe you can drive your business to success overnight, but that hasn't really been the way it's happened for you. You call yourself, what kind of a unicorn?
We call ourselves a slow unicorn. So it took us around 10 years to become a unicorn, because we picked up an industry which was not revolutionized by internet. So the restaurant industry started 500 years ago, and so Amazon came, revolutionized something, Uber revolutionized something, but no one did anything in terms of food. So that's where we picked our battle. There was no playbook to play on. So we were not any XYZ of India. So we built it our own learnings, did a lot of mistakes. So we started with one brand on the high street. Then we went to dark kitchens with one brand. Then we realized people order burger from McDonald's, never a salad from McDonald's. So each cuisine need to have one brand. So we started building multi-brand. And one core value of ours is challenge the status quo. So we keep challenging the way food business is being run. So today we operate 400 kitchens from 4 countries, 20 brands, and we serve 10 million meals a month. So that's been our journey. And recently we got Wendy's to India. So Wendy's, a 100-year-old company, the first time in the history they could open 150 locations in span of 18 months. So that's the kind of scale we bring on. And but it took a lot of time for us to understand mistakes, go back, redraw, and a lot of backers and our investors. So none of our investors ever exited so far. So we have likes of Sequoia on board, Goldman Sachs, Co2, QIA. So it's a long journey, and that's why we call ourselves a slow unicorn.
What keeps you going through a long journey?
So one very obvious is love for food. So I love food. And then the other thing is, I think the overall mission is still McDonald's is the world's most valuable food company at 130 billion. We are just $1 billion. So we have a lot of canvas to be covered, a lot of things to be done. We recently entered Saudi, and we know how big Saudi is a market. So we just entered and have 3 kitchens here. So ambition is to be the largest in the world. We are already largest, but keep growing and have like 50,000 internet restaurants, around 2,000 locations, and have all the cuisines on board, which we make and serve to our customers.